Greetings and welcome, fellow investigators, to another episode of Let's Play Return of the Obra Dinn. Alright, let's just hold off on that. Right, he's also here. He's in 9 memories and perished in the Doom, part 4. The fuse. Right, probably a seaman. Can't tell. That's a rather fancy looking tattoo on his arm. That could be the clue we need though. So actually let's just get out of here and double check that. Does the guy have a tattoo on his arm? Can we see that in the picture? No, I can't see it. Alright, let's double check that then. Alright, so does he have a tattoo? Yes, indeed, he does. Alright, so... does that indeed mean that he's Timothy Putman? I think it is still true.
Captain! Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us! Give it up!
Although I am gonna double check that I did indeed get the right number. Yeah, number 37. Alright, so you are definitely the right one then. So that means we need to find some more people to identify correctly. Alright, so that one I think is correct. I'm just gonna go with that for now. Not quite the unknown attacker, I think. If I got it right. Let's actually head over to that memory then. Because we are getting so close to solving this one. Right. Right. So you are Abraham Akbar. You hold the fuse, which means the guy over here doing the shouting was killed by Abraham. And that's for another 3 correct. Ooh, good guess. Getting ever closer. Alright, who else is left? Disappeared in the doom. Let's show memories in the deck map. Right, that's why we first see him. But he probably disappeared during this part. He was present here? Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can find that one. Where's the exit? There it is. Let's just see if we can find some confirmation. It's like this weather is ever gonna go away. I think it's this one. No, it's not this one.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things?
Alright, where is it? So many corpses on deck, I'm a little bit unsure where we need to go. A little bit of death within death going on. Right, let's see. I mean, the guy with the turban was present at this, according to the memories, I think. There he is. He drowned by the beast. Alright, we are running out of people that this can be. And I'm just gonna guess that this is Maba. Because that's the only one that I actually remember that I couldn't get down. So who is this? Is Alexander Booth? Yes, it is. So I did get that wrong before. I thought I did, but I wasn't entirely sure. I have no idea how you should be able to figure out that that is Maba, but... Alright. You're almost home free. So, of the people who are left, who could you be? Are you Lewis Walker? Let's just see who we've forgotten. Right, you're probably not right then. And you must be Whaley. Yep. I do feel a little bit bad if I can't identify the Chinese people in any other way than just guessing. But let's be honest. How would I know? Right, just 3 more fates to go and then we're pretty much done. So who is left? This unknown soul. Well, are you Hamadun Dion? Or Yi Xiang? Right, who else is left? Unknown soul was spiked. And that was correct as well. All currently solvable fates correct. Nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn. Right, let's give the guy what he wants. Let's leave.
We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back.
Right, and just wait.
Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
It's a bit of a pity to leave this ship to the storm, but I guess you can't afford to get a crew over there to sail it home. Or the ship was so tattered, probably wasn't able to get it home. Right, 1 week later, we see. How well we did. Insurance assessment for the good ship Obra Dinn, victims of calamitous events at sea, prepared by the Company Office of Investigation. Right, so the ship was damaged and sunk in the storm of Falmouth. Eesh, £20,000. Ships were expensive back then. Yeah, murder of crewmate 4 times, estate forfeited to the crown. William Horscourt, attempted mutiny, was fined £25. I don't know how expensive, how much a pound is worth in money of that time, but I'm gonna guess that's probably quite a lot still. Edward Nichols, yeah, he murdered 2 crewmates, attempted mutiny, theft of cargo. Only £100, so... Martin Perrott to that mate. Extraordinary valor, exceptional performance of duties. They get awarded £90. John Davies. Dr. H. Brennan. Criminal findings, murder of a crewmate. He was fined. Alfred Klestel, the bosun, was torn apart by a beast. Findings of merit. He was awarded £70. For getting torn apart. Murder of a crewmate. Yeah, it was accidental though. But I guess it doesn't matter. Because there's not an option to accidentally shoot a crewmate. It's always murder. Henry Evans is alive. He's just given his outstanding wages. Because he's still alive. Well, most of these are just fine. I mean, attempted mutiny, yep, that one is definitely. I mean, most of these are just victims of circumstance, really. No claim made, and no claim made, alright. Alright, so Emily Jackson was fined for shooting in defense. In some of these I'm not entirely sure with. I mean, the captain I'm sure I'm a little bit less fine with, because he was just acting in the best efforts for his ship, but he did still kill a couple of people. And eventually he wasn't able to stop the events from happening on his ship. £40 for extraordinary valor. I don't know, it doesn't seem like enough. But it does look like most of these are getting claims, so... yeah. You can just pause the video if you want to read all these, because... Now, I don't know if I could change this outcome by possibly getting a slightly different way of saying how they were killed, which would still fall within the correct column. I don't know. I'm not really intending to play the game that way, because it just sucks out all the fun. I want to solve the mystery. Right, preliminary draft of this assessment has been approved by the Royal Trade Guarantor. Total claimed £29,260. On behalf of the Honourable East India Company, I certify all statements accurate and declare this matter closed in its entirety. The Chief Inspector, me. Pocket watch remains in my possession. The book returns to its original owner, Henry Evans, in Morocco, as requested. But the tale isn't quite done. Because there were still 3 fates left. 1 year later. Let's have a nice cup of tea with problems, probably. Nice house.
Can you believe it? A package at this hour. Oh, the thing smells just dreadful. Better you don't open it inside. I'll be turning it round. Tea's in the kitchen if you need more.
So it was tea. Alright, let's open it up. Great way to save an animation. Chief Inspector, I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with your correspondence and asked that his gratitude be expressed by returning the book to you, along with the means to complete it. As for the 3 of us that remain, the Obra Dinn is a distant memory and a dreadful chapter in the lives that we wish to forget. Do not write back. Regards, Jane Bird. Right. So there's the package over there, and the book. We'll continue this. Let's open the package. It's a monkey paw. We're now cursed. But it is something we need to consider. That we in fact could use animal parts to go and investigate. Let's bring out the watch. Let's go.
There you are. Collect your things. Where's the key? To that door. Gone. Damn. There's no time. We need to go. Right. Here you go. What are you up to? Nothing, Bruce.
Right. So this is where the monkey died, which is what allows us to get in there. And I presume he somehow managed to get a piece of the monkey with him, or he cut off a hand earlier. But we have this fellow over here. We have the casket open, and we have these three things. As well as this fellow over here. The bargain. Let's begin. In the lazaret. A friendly but not entirely pleasant monkey companion was sacrificed in the pursuit of knowledge. Alright, which corpse is gonna go first? Looks like it's you.
A third shell. Captain didn't toss them all. Leave it. Help me lift this. Stop! Why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Here. Do it. Hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the tail, boy. In return, the ship. The Obra Dinn. See it home.
Right. So, the third mate. Right, so Davy James and Paul Moss helped carry out the mermaid, I guess, in exchange for the shell. Alright, come on, let me solve it. This is gonna be one of those investigations that's going on in reverse. Right, so you were spiked by a terrible beast. And on to the next death, which is this one of the mermaid.
I'll kill every last one of you monsters. Withdraw the Kraken, or I will kill you all!
Alright, so He's holding on to the shell. And this is the captain. Being a little bit murderous. And it doesn't look like anyone else was watching or listening. A captured beast forced against his jailer and speared for the trouble. Right. And then there's the other one.
Call it off, damn you! This is your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
Well, the captain is not being very diplomatic here. And he's still holding on to that bloody shell, which has caused all the problems on board. Yeah. An unholy creature, defiant shrieks were greeted with a fatal bullet. Yep. Alright, the final corpse.
What's this? Quicksilver. Herre min Gud.
Right, so he touched the thing and was burned. Poor sod. And there was no one here to take note of it, well, aside from the 3 creatures in the hold. Alright, come on game. Let me finish the last ones. Right. You were burned. And that's all the fates. And let's leave the Obra Dinn for the last time. The end. Yay. Right, that was Return of the Obra Dinn. I think a very, very nice game, which yes, unfortunately, you can really only play once for the mystery, and afterwards you can really only get for seeing if you can beat your own time, see how good your memory is, or perhaps you can actually figure out other ways of determining people's death. I don't know exactly how wide you can go with that. Perhaps you could get an entirely different outcome. I somehow doubt that, but I don't know. This is the kind of game that could potentially have something hidden in it. I hope you've enjoyed watching me trying to solve this as quickly as I could. It's no doubt a little bit faster than my first attempt. But then again, I was stuck for a lot longer on that one, and I was taking my time a bit more. Whereas here I was really trying to sharpen up my knowledge of what I knew already, and I was also doing this pretty much in one sitting. It's 2 sittings, but I was trying to do it in one, but then I saw it was midnight and thought, do this tomorrow. Anyways, so I hope you've enjoyed watching me solve this. Sorry I didn't give you a chance to help me solve this, but I didn't really need you. And I probably would not have appreciated it either way, because I do understand that getting help in solving something like this is really only appreciated if you're absolutely, completely, totally stuck, which is probably, hopefully, the reason why anyone watches this Let's Play, aside from people who have no intent of actually ever playing this, but are still interested in figuring out what the story was all about. And indeed, it was a dark and miserable tale of murder, theft, mutiny on the high seas, which somehow makes it more romantic. Yeah, those poor souls. So many of them did not deserve to die. But die they did. And you just keep watching all this. There was an extraordinary amount of effort put into this. For all the voices, and apparently also in different languages, although I have not tried any of the other languages, so probably never gonna do that either way. Thank you, you're welcome. Alright. And then we're back to this. In any case, thank you all for watching. This was Return of the Obra Dinn. We probably will never play this game again unless I somehow have amnesia in some point in the future and just figure out I want to try it again. Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next Let's Play.